Well, ladies and gentlemen of the audience and of the commission, I want to point everyone's attention to, I might not be old enough to know the history of many people, but I am old enough to do research. And the first book that I did at University of Texas Pan American Library is written by a man named Jerome Frank, who is a law professor at Princeton University, little-known university here in America. He wrote a two-volume book called Court on Trial. And in the first chapter of a book called, the chapter called Special Training for Trial Judges, he wrote, I suggest that we should at once set about contriving methods of avoiding the avoidable tragedies caused by lack of training of trial judges. And here are my tentative ideas of the subject. Such a man should be specially educated for that job. In law school, he should be taught not only what a law student now learns, that is, much about upper courts, the legal rules, the values, policies, and ideals, which are or should be expressed in those rules, but also what no law school now teaches. He should be shown in great detail the problems relating to the facts which confront a trial judge, that is, do not confront a higher court judge. Now that's Mr. Jerome Frank. He is again, law professor at Princeton University. Next, I turn to a little-known organization known as the American Bar Association, and they put together a pamphlet called Standards Relating to Court Organization. And in it, under the title Selection of Judges, Personal and Professional Qualifications, this is a recommendation of how courts should be structured according to the American Bar Association. All persons selected as judges should be of good moral character, emotionally stable and mature, in good physical health, patient, courteous, and capable of deliberation and decisiveness and required to act on their own reasoned judgment. They should have a broad general and legal education and should have been admitted to the bar. They should have had a substantial experience in the practice, administration, or teaching of law for a term of years commensurate with the judicial office to which they are appointed. Now, ladies and gentlemen, these aren't my words. These are the words of the American Bar Association. However, they are my sentiments. And any commissioner today who votes to hire someone with no legal education obviously feels that they have more expertise in the area than in the history of this sacred organization, the American Bar Association.
Roman, correct me if I'm wrong. Now, how long has Gilbert Sines and Jesse Morales been on JPs? Quite a bit. Are they attorneys?
I don't think they're attorneys.
They're not attorneys. And do they hear? They do hearing them, right? Small claims. It's a small claim court.
Yes, sir. They have jury trials. You know, it's the same as any other court.
Those two JPs, they're elected positions, which means they're elected at large. However, the citizens of Wasco elect each one of us 5,000 apiece to serve as their voice, as their vote upon this commission. Now, each of us represents a district with 5,000 people, and what we are going to do today is we are going to vote on the judge without having received a single resume, without having conducted a single interview, which I understand is normal precedent for this city. However, we are at a crossroads now, ladies and gentlemen. We are at a crossroads where we can make a difference. We can improve upon the situation. We can take the popular opinion of maybe having judges without legal education, or we can take the advice of experts, advice of people who actually practice the theory and applicability of our legal system here in the United States.
I respect your opinion. You know,
I would like to.
You know, that's my motion. I feel the most confidence with Mr. Sanchez, and like I said, you know, we've elected 2 JP without being attorneys. Donna's doing a good job over there. Their judges done. And if you want to bring it around next year or the year before, make it an elected position, but so be it.
Any further discussion?
Yes, sir.
Commissioner?
I wish again to call the contracts of our current Assistant Municipal Court Judge, Mr. Jaime Bailly, and the, I guess now expired contract of our now Municipal Head Judge, Mr. Carlos Garza. In it, the qualifications, these are contracts that were passed by unanimous vote to the City Commission, except for Commissioner Rivera and myself, because we were not city members of the Commission. This was passed on July 17th of 2007, unanimous. Qualifications. The judge declares that he is qualified to serve as an assistant municipal court judge, and that he is a citizen of the United States and the state of Texas, and an attorney in good standing, and admitted to practice law before the courts of record of the state of Texas. If we hire someone here tonight who does not have a legal degree or legal education, that'll be the first time in over a decade that we will have a judge sitting on the bench who has no legal experience.
Roman, are we doing anything wrong?
There is no statute that requires a lawyer to be in a speech judge. So, I mean, the commission can appoint whomever they want to, whether it's with a law degree or not.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm not arguing the legality of this motion. I'm just arguing that perhaps our citizens deserve more. Perhaps they deserve someone with legal education.